Hey, how's everyone doing today? Today we're going to be talking about how to spin up a quick web server. So it's actually pretty simple. It's not too hard. So the first thing we want to do is, so we're using the Red Hat distribution. So for Red Hat, we use Yum Package Manager. So I'm going to use Yum install, and then I'm put -y because -y pretty much will auto prompt everything with a yes. So I put HTTPD. That's the package name, even though it's called Apache. This is what it's called, HTTPD. D stands for daemon. So we're going to wait for this to install. But like I said, depending on the system that you guys have, it might be a slightly different command. You might be using apt, you might be using something else. And the only other requirement for this is if you are going to be installing it on your server, obviously you got to make sure that is facing the external internet. Or if you want to do it like an internal web server in your house, you can do the same. You can do it just like this. You'll just need your private IP address, and you'll be able to stream it to all your other devices or be able to access it. I mean. So as you can see, all these packages, it's going through all these packages to find it, to be able to download it. It's taking a little bit longer just because I'm using a virtual machine. It only has one CPU or one processor technically, so it's really, really slow. All right, so now it's installed. Let's go back up. Still preparing. As you can see here, how it's installing, and it's just going through all the prompts. As you can see now, it's completed. So let's go back. So now that it's completed, the first thing we want to do is use systemctl. Most distributions have systemctl unless you have like an old one that's using like 6VNet or an older um, initializing or initial init system. So we're gonna do systemctl and we're gonna do status httpd. As you can see here, it's inactive. So all you have to do is just press start or type in start. Very easy. So once we do that, we can see it's running. There's no issues. Nothing's going on. These are the logs down here. So if you see that these are the logs, so we don't see anything bad here. So what we want to do next is go to the configuration file. So we're going to go to vi etc. You can use nano if you like. It's up to you. So we're going to do, actually, you know what? My bad. There's no configuration on this. We're just adding our file or our HTML file. So I'm going to do echo hello world. So I can do that. And then I can do from. I can do, you know what? Let's find out the IP. This will be pretty cool. So let's find out the IP and let's break this down. So the IP for this device locally is will be under Eth0. So we're going to do IPA, and then we're going to grep for inet. Okay, so we got that. So as you can see, we're going to need the third one of it. So what we're going to have to do is get the second field. I'm going to use awk. It's probably a better way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it now. So print $2. Cool. And now I want to get the third line of it, so I can do head. I can start at line 3 or the first 3. But do you see it? Cool. So I'm gonna get the first 3. Actually, how can I filter this down even more? Actually, I can use grep again. Make it easier. Actually, there it is. So as you can see, this is what we're going to be using. I know it's pretty long, so my apologies. We're going to use subshell. So we're going to pretty much, so what it's doing here, when we put this command, the $sign here, is pretty much running this command in the subshell, pretty much. So all we have to do here is do echo. Welcome to it will say that. And then it will give you the IP address. And then we're gonna send this to var www html, and then we have to make this file called index.html. All right, so this is the actual location here. This is the location right here where all your the index.html goes. So if you're actually working on a website or you're working on some project, remember you have to store it into this this address, index.html. Very simple. So once I do that and I press enter, I can clear it. And then I can do curl local host. As you can see, it gives you the IP address. And let me change my window real quick so I can show you guys something even cooler. Put the google.com, and then I will share my screen also, so you guys will be able to see it, which will be pretty cool. All right. Okay, so here we are. This is how we're going to be able to view the actual to see if it's actually working the way it should be. So all we have to do now is get the public IP address, which I'm getting right now, and then we have to view it on port 80. All right, so I'm going to go to web address port 80. As you can see here, it says welcome to 10.0.1.193, and this is the public IP address. I used Amazon Web Services in order to do this demonstration. So yeah, that's what I pretty much use is web services, AWS web services and stuff, or Amazon Web Services, whatever. So pretty much if you want to do this, you can do this in your own private network, or you could go to AWS, install this Apache web server. You can use Nginx also, but this is really cool just for practice and to mess around and to, you know, try different things out. So hope you guys like this video, and please subscribe and have a great day. Thank you for watching.